I've tried everything, nothing works.
Dirty texts, dick pics, and boiling over.
Stop using boundaries, guys.
You have an apology problem. You are holding yourself back.
What you can do or what to do when you're not having sex. You've never seen us in action.
There is always something that you need to do better.
I've tried everything, nothing works. Welcome to the Morrow Marriage podcast, guys. And I call bullshit.
Well, it is bullshit.
But I'm not going to talk about that yet. Actually, I will.
Can I?
No. I know you haven't tried everything because we're doing our first freaking live event based off popular request and demand. November 22nd, guys. morrowmarriage.com/masterclass. Come to the live event.
If you haven't tried
that, you haven't tried everything.
You liar.
You liar now. You may go.
That was what I was going to say. If you haven't worked with us, you haven't tried everything.
That's true. That's very true. Guys, and I know a lot of you do work with us. I mean, we just appreciate you guys so much. And we appreciate meeting you guys, even if it's to the smallest capacity, coming to our app. You know, this is the reason why we're doing the live event. Because we know that we did it ourselves. We thought we tried everything. I mean, therapy, 14 years for me. Okay, 4 with Kathryn. There was life coaches in there.
I didn't even need therapy till I met this one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And you know, books, podcasts. I mean, of course, long before anybody tries most of that shit, you are trying, quote unquote, everything with your partner. Meaning, I'm not going to be angry. How many times have you promised yourself you're not going to do something, like get defensive or be angry? Listen, if you can't figure things out, you haven't tried everything, because everyone is capable of solving problems. You just might not know how. And I told you this the other day, it's not the what, it's not the how, it's the who, okay?
And that's us.
And that's us, by the way. Yes, hi, I'm Cass, this is Kathryn, welcome to Morrow Marriage. Now, here's the thing. Guys, I know that you haven't tried everything, because we can talk about anything in your life. If you don't have it, but you see someone else has it, rich people weren't handed a silver spoon. In fact, if you looked at statistics and if you actually had some conversations, which means you need to surround yourself with the who, but the people who actually have money, almost every single one of them came from fucking nothing. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Okay?
And even if they came from money, someone came from nothing and made that money.
Correct.
Somebody did.
Which means if somebody else has it, you can have it. Mm-hmm. So this is coming up for me right now, the money example, because I spoke to a man this week who felt very offended that on my app, one of our good, great men called him out. Because he's saying, I know the economy is tough, because he was asking for help. And he started to talk, and he started to say, money's part of the problem in my marriage. Well, when my guy started asking questions, he's like, well, the economy, stop right there. Mm. If the economy is so shitty, why are we doing so well? Okay, and we're just one people. We're just the who. You're not surrounding yourselves.
One people.
We're one people. Well, we are one, but we are the ones you're surrounding yourself when you come to our event. Okay, but
the people that don't make excuses like the economy. And
yeah, exactly.
We did make excuses about the economy in our past.
We have,
but we have overcome that, and we know that you can surpass anything that you think society is serving you.
100%, guys.
I have something that I do want to say about you haven't tried everything.
Okay.
So one of the things that I talk about all the time with people. You actually may have tried almost everything. You haven't tried what we do, so you haven't tried everything. But let's say you did try everything. You try it, and what happens? You fail. You try it again, and you fail. You try it again. So let's say you tried everything that we teach, but you still fail. So the difference is learning how to make it permanent. The reason that your wife or your husband calls you out on not following through is because you know what to do. You don't know how to make it permanent, and how you make it permanent is listening to someone who has actually done it. That is the who. And it takes work. It takes intention. It takes skill. But you just have to have the intention to do it. Yeah, because it needs to be permanent. So you try, you fail for the rest of your life.
And it needs to go further than just having the skills. You need to embody the skills.
Yes, you need to be.
There are some skills you don't need to embody. I'll give you an example. I said for years when people were trying to help me with my business, so I was trying to surround myself with some who, okay? And I remember this one guy, Facebook ads. I was like, dude, I tried Facebook ads. They don't work. Like, it's saturated. Listen, we spend a lot of money every month. I don't even know if it's appropriate to say.
I don't think you should say.
On Facebook ads.
You guys will pee your
month,
pants.
Okay? And it doesn't even hold a candle to what comes in from organic, from people like you, okay? But my point is, until I had this skill, I did not need to embody the skill to write Facebook ads. But do you know where I did need to embody the skill? Was connecting with you. Authenticity is the reason why the ads do so well, and even better, why the organic does even more. It's not an ad. You just understand the truth that I speak. That's embodying the skill of conveying a message, which is odd, don't you think, since you're trying to get your message heard in your marriage? You're trying to understand your partner's message.
So embodying the skill of not being defensive, you need to try, you need to fail, you need to set your intention on it, and you need to be it. That's what it means to embody. That means you need to be not defensive. You can't be defensive if you are innately not defensive. Do you see how there's a conflict there? You can't be both defensive and not defensive at the same time. You can't be both. So you have to choose. If you yell and if you have anger, you have to intentionally embody the person that doesn't yell, because you can't yell and not yell at the same time. You cannot do both. So all these changes that you say you've tried everything, you may have tried to not yell, but what happened? You yelled. It wasn't at the same time. Time went by and you yelled again. You can't do both at the same time, and you need to break whatever this, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm like doing this. You can't do both at the same time. You need to stay in the not yelling. How do you do that? That is more skill, more intention, more strategy, all of it. You just need to do it.
And then it goes from there. It stacks, right? So how many of you have stopped yelling? And that's my whole, you can't replace yelling with not yelling, okay? Now you're ground level, baseline, normal, and that's neutral. Neutral is negative. Negative will not erase the past, will not help your partner through to the future. And not only that, if you're staying there, that's why you go back, like Kathryn said, eventually yell again. And now it's like all the times you yelled, it's like it happened yesterday. Right? How many times we talk to people when we're coaching them and we're like, yeah, but your partner's not wrong. No, but I barely yelled at. Yeah, but now it just happened again. And when things are going good, the weight of the world will feel like it's coming down on you. The weight of the world. And that goes for your partner too, especially if they're the one that isn't doing the work. If they're the one that's relying on your efforts and your leadership in this journey. Okay? I want to talk about something because I've tried everything. Man, we are getting so good at what we do and so known now. The amount of people that are leaving, exiting the programs that they're in, they have to know more, is crazy. You just got somebody from today. I thought he was on my call because this guy raised his hand. He said, well, I'm brand new and I left another program. And I said, oh, Kathryn just talked to you like 10 minutes ago. He said, oh no, that wasn't me. And then all these guys started putting their hands up. They all exited other programs to come to ours. Do you know why? Because we tried everything and we had to figure out and create things. And we believe, now I believe, God anointed us and gave us the gift. He gave me knowledge while I was atheist, okay? While I was trying to believe and getting mad because I couldn't feel God, I was learning how to overcome some of my demons and beat this shit and destroy the old me. So guys, I know it feels like you're doing everything, but if we can do it, so can you, which means you haven't. And it's nothing to do with your partner. They're just a better leader than you. People got to start accepting that. It's not about blaming your partner. Just say they're a better leader than me. Not that you've tried everything. Not that they're cranky ass fucking attitudes holding you back. They won't accept my changes. I try to lead, but she just shuts me down. So she's a better leader than you because you literally shut down, right? Yeah, I don't make decisions anymore. Well, fuck, listen to yourself. So I'm getting, yeah, I'm getting to the point, guys, where thankfully we're becoming so well known that you guys are just accepting it now. But for those of you who don't know us well yet, for those of you who don't see these transformations that are incredible, I want you guys to start just honing in on this message as you listen to more and more podcast episodes. We are speaking differently than anyone else in the world for a reason, okay? Some of the reason are expressions like boundaries, you don't need them, don't listen to the world, okay? Communication is not key, okay? He's the weapon, she's not using sex as a weapon. Nobody has ever talked like this before, and it's because we are.
Yeah.
We're the leaders. We're the forefront on it. So if you say you've tried everything one more time in your life and you aren't in our programs, and by the way, like I said again on a call today, there's like, I think 75 guys on that call today. It's unfucking real because you guys are joining like crazy. It's awesome. But I said on the call, if you guys say you're in our program and you don't get to know us, we don't get to talk to you. I even wrote it in my fucking book. You're not in my program. If I don't know your story, because it's unless you guys want a 4-year course that you have to watch, no sleep, you just have to keep watching, keep
For 4
watching,
years,
keep
you
watching
guys.
for
Guinness
4,
Book of
7,
World
10
Records.
years. I don't even know. Yeah, Guinness Book of World Record shit. We can't possibly put everything in a course. You must take the application from your life and have it applied where we understand it and we can pour into you, or coaches, or people who know the tools. So guys, next time you say, I've tried everything, I want you to slap yourself across the face. And I want you to say, I said, slap yourself.
I'm not going to slap myself.
Why would you?
We are one.
This beautiful
We are
little.
one.
We are
You
one.
said earlier. We are one people.
We are one people.
Slap him across the face.
So I
Sorry.
want you to slap yourself across the face. And I want you to stop saying it's your partner who won't X, Y, Z and say, why can't I? What am I missing? How can I get what I'm missing? And then who the fuck will give it to me so that I can get it today? Because I'm fucking tired of making excuses. And if you really want to expedite it, meet us in person here in Texas. morrowmarriage.com/masterclass.
November 22nd. Can I say something?
Yeah.
So I'm still stuck on when you were like, we're becoming so well known, and I filled in the blank. Do you guys want to hear a cute story? So we're becoming so well known. So in my private life, I try to keep private and public.
Yeah, so
like my friends.
don't DM her on Facebook on her personal profile, please. Guys, privacy.
Yeah. But when I make a friend, I like when my friends don't give a shit about what we do because they don't know. So lately in the last week, so 2 people that I've connected with, you guys know I love chickens. And so I connect with other women that love chickens. They're too busy to be searching for marriage on social media. 2 women in 1 week that I'm relatively close with. One of them I text quite often, and she has the best chickens aside from my chickens, I think, in the state of Texas.
Was it one of the teachers, I think?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to fill in the blank with, we are so well known that even chicken lovers are finding us.
Hey, you bought chickens. I saw. Oh my gosh, you have a podcast. It's kind of funny. It's kind of surreal. I had a guy.
But if you love me because of my love for chickens, can we just please keep it that way? I like it that way. But you can also love our podcast. But yeah, I just love it when I become friends with someone and then they're like, oh my gosh, look what I found today. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's us. Anyway, back to chickens.
That's why it's. I love that you just did that, because that's why another reason why it's so important to try to know us. Okay, the people that we've met from our programs, the people that we've met that have joined our family, like I was telling you guys recently, that everybody's crying and they're giving their why they work with us, right, and why they want to change the world, and why it's beyond marriage, etc. It really is cool. Like, we're actually just real fucking people, and so are you.
Yeah.
You know, and when we just connect, because when it's real,
That's
it's
what you
possible.
get to do when you come to the event. You get to get to know us. You get to hear about all my chickens. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to talk about chickens all day.
Whatever. No.
Don't listen to her.
Just in private conversations. If you're into chickens, we'll have a conversation about chickens. If you're not, we'll still have a conversation about chickens. Just not on stage.
There is a whole day where we're going to spend a bunch of time doing more.
Yeah,
more
doing the things that you love and we love. And the point is getting close to us, becoming our friend, having actual conversations, and being real people, because we are real people. We're not just on social media.
Yeah, and then you'll see, it's not just we're cramming it down your throat. You'll see the interaction. You'll feel it. You'll hear how life goes on, right? And yet, you know, the things that we teach you, we practice what we preach. It's just so valuable, okay? So I can't wait to meet you guys here in Texas, November 22nd. See you next time.
Bye.